is Jenna. If you guys are new here, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to our June plan with me video. And just like that, another month has passed. I know I can't be the only one that thinks 2024 is going by so freaking fast. Maybe I've just had a really busy first half of the year, but I just feel like every single month goes by so freaking quickly. Thank you, May. I'm really happy to close out May because I feel like it was such a good month overall, and it was honestly a good month that I really needed. And I'm really excited to move forward with June. I have all of my planning things done for the month, you guys. I've planned out my content, I've planned out my bullet journal, I've closed out my spending, all things that you guys know we'll talk about in this video. We're going to plan everything in our lives all together, or at least I'm going to review with you how I've planned out my life for the next month. I love these monthly plan with me videos because it just keeps me on track more than anything. That's why I have these monthly plan with me's. Yes, we reflect on the last month, but I feel like so much of life is just moving on and moving forward. And I feel like these plan with me videos are honestly just like the perfect thing for me because I feel ready for the next month. And no matter how the month will go, I feel like I'll go into it being as prepared as I can be. If you guys want to see how I'm planning out my life with my goals, all of my content and everything, then let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, oh my god, you guys, I have a lot of things to show you guys this month. For part one, I want to show you guys my bullet journal because Amanda Rach Lee has released her undated 6-month doodle planners. You guys have to get them. As you guys know, this is the Amanda Rach Lee doodle planner, which is a basically pre-made bullet journal that has habits and moods. It's like a coloring book, a bullet journal, a planner all in one, and you get to like color out every single month. It has a pre-made habit and mood tracker. It is just like literally my favorite thing ever. Ultimately, I love this so much for not only like tracking everything, but in the end, I'm just coloring, whether it's every couple days, every month, or I am using this every day. I just feel like it's a really nice daily frequent reminder for me to slow down because I'm a very fast-paced person and I just love my doodle journal so much. And it's just really nice to see at the end of the year like what it looks like all together when it's all colored and everything. So this was May, as you guys know. Let me show you the finished habit and mood trackers. I still have one day left, but I'm pretty sure everything will look good. But it's like basically complete, you guys. Doesn't this look so pretty? I loved this theme so much. I just loved the colors. It's like warm, cool tones, which like I know doesn't make sense, but it's like blues and purples, but it's like the warmer shades of them. I just loved this so much. This was such a beautiful theme and I will really miss these colors. I've only printed out 2 photos because I need to still print out the other 2, but usually I use the dog grid page to just print out some photos. I added some stickers this time too. These are the Amanda Rach Lee stickers and I love them. This was such a good month. Thomas and I celebrated our 10-year dating anniversary. And of course I had to print out a picture for it. This was such a good month. I just love it so much. Don't you guys want something every day that will like make you smile, make you laugh, make you just like kind of feel all warm inside that's like not a TikTok or something from your phone? That's why I love my bullet journal. I just feel like it's like the perfect thing for me and it just like makes me happy. Here is how June looks. I'm actually pleasantly surprised with how it turned out. Here it is. Oh my god, do you guys like it? I think it's so cool. These are not colors that I initially would think to put together, and usually I think of a color palette beforehand, but I tried doing that. I usually put a color palette like in the blank dot grid page from the month prior, and I was like, I don't know, so I just kind of went with it. I started with the green and then added some blues. I had like different shades of blue, and then I decided for like a small pop of color with the pink, and I think it is so cool. When I first saw this theme, if I'm being honest, I didn't love it. I was like, banana leaves and shapes, like I don't know, but I actually love how it turned out. I think it's really cool. What do you guys think? Here's how the monthly layout looks. I don't know, I just feel like it's like funky. Okay, here's the habit and mood trackers. I changed a little bit the titles of the habits. I think before I used to have like eat at home, but instead I made it like actually cook my own dinner because I want to track like not only when I'm eating at home, but like when specifically am I cooking, because I'm just curious like how many times a month do I cook my dinners, or at least like Thomas and I, do we cook our dinners, you know? And then another thing that I added was, oh, instead of, I feel like I took away flossing because I do that pretty often and I just like don't really care if I floss or not, honestly. I put 10K steps instead of flossing. No, it just kind of like, it's nice. I don't change up these habits very often, so it was nice to actually like change them for once. I think this is like the first time I've changed the titles of these habits for the first time like all year, and I love it, and I can't wait to see how the moods turn out at the end of the month. Yeah, I'm just gonna actually address the fact that my moods were like a little up and down in May, but it was fine. I did have like a couple days of like not having the best day, and it's usually on the days that I don't have a good day, that's when I like remind myself like I need to track this, because I just like want to be mindful of like when I'm not having a good day, or when I'm in a bad mood, or if I'm like very stressed or like worked up about something. I want to mark it down, and especially those days, because I just want to be aware of like why And because I realized that me having a bad day doesn't just affect myself, it affects every single person that I care about. I feel like knowing that will kind of allow me to try to be more accountable and like being in a good mood and like giving myself a good day, setting myself up for success and setting myself up to have a good day instead of just kind of like having a bad day one after the next, and then before I know it, it's like a whole month of treating myself and others that I care about poorly. So I'm trying to be more mindful of just like turning myself around, turning my mood around if I am having a bad day. And I was just kind of going through some stuff in the middle of the month with like friendships and stuff that I'm not gonna get into because we've moved on from it. So yeah, that's my moods, but yeah, I'm excited to see how this looks at the end of the month. And then here's how the weekly layouts look. I think they look so cool. I changed up each week for what color was like the days of the week. Let me know what you guys like more. Do you like the gray or do you like the pink? Because I couldn't decide, so I just switched off between the two. I don't know, I kind of like the contrast of the gray, but then I'm like, is it too dark? Either way, it's done and it's complete. Last month, I actually didn't color all of these weeks ahead of time. I usually do. So this month, or at least for June, I was like, I'm gonna actually color them ahead of time and like let myself slow down for an hour and just color. This is how the doodle journal looks. If you guys are interested in checking out Shop Amanda Rach Lee, in addition to releasing the undated 6-month planners, she also released these really cute tote bags that I just can't get myself to buy stuff right now because I'll talk about it later on, but I spent way too much money in the month of May and I'm just like trying to figure out what I do and don't need. Maybe next month, if my budget is doing well and I do have some money to spare, then I will purchase a tote bag, but they are so cute. So cute. Now let's move on to my Rella, because this is actually something that I just spent a lot of time on in the last couple of days, just figuring out how I can work Rella a little bit better, specifically within the tag feature, and I just want to show you. Welcome to my Rella. This is how May looked. You guys know how much I use Rella on a true like day-to-day basis, especially with having a full-time 9-to-5 job. I just feel like Rella has just really allowed me to like compartmentalize my content a lot better, but also feel like I have control of my business at the same time. It helps me plan out my to-dos. It helps me plan out like when I need a break, and it is just like literally the best thing ever. I'm not gonna rave too much about Rella because I actually made a whole entire video in the month of May about how I use Rella, how I plan out my content and all of that. So check out that video if you're interested. I'm really proud of it. And I actually now have a coupon code at Rella. You can use the code Jenna to get 50% off annual plans. You guys, that is the plan that I have. I pay for Rella myself. I'm not sponsored by Rella or anything. I just genuinely have been loving it so much. We are almost 6 months into the year and I just feel like Rella gets better and better every single month. It is so good. But yes, this is how May looked. You can see like where I put all of my to-dos for each video. I have to do everything so ahead of time, especially for the weeks where I have sponsored videos. I have to submit them like way ahead of time, when typically I'm used to just finishing the video like the day before it goes up. So for brand deals especially, sometimes it can be more stressful for me because I can't edit like during my 9-to-5 day-to-day life. So finding those pockets of time in between my work days and like my actual life outside of work is pretty challenging. So having Rella is just really nice. And then I can like see all of these crossed off to-dos. I love small things like that. Like seeing a crossed off to-do list, I'm like, wow, I actually did a lot of stuff this month. I feel like in May, I was pretty good about short form too. I usually decide my short form content more on the spot, and I do a lot of like local based content or like unboxings, just kind of like silly stuff here or there for my short form. I usually don't plan it out on Rella, but when I do create it, I'll create the actual post on Rella because it's so much easier for me to repurpose that content onto other platforms and it actually auto posts. So for example, Sky Dome. I didn't plan out this piece of content, but once I was ready to actually make it and edit it myself, I uploaded the actual video onto Rella. I put the caption in, I put all the hashtags in, and then I just hit this repurpose button and it automatically, like if I were to do it, you can choose where you want to repurpose that content, and then it'll like duplicate everything catered to that specific platform. And it's so nice. It's just as easy as copy and paste afterwards. So instead of like copy and pasting like so many different things at once, it's just one giant copy and paste that you have to do once, and then you can auto post it on that platform too. So a lot of times when I auto post, it's for TikTok. I'll like make everything on Instagram for Instagram, and then I'll just auto post on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Anyways, this is how May looked, and here's what we have planned up for the month of June. I honestly have a lot of ideas, and so I'm trying to like be more flexible with what I want to film on like the time that I have to actually start filming, if that makes sense. So I have everything pretty much totally planned out except for the week of June 9th and 12th. I'm trying to stick to like Sunday and Wednesday, but if it's like Monday and Saturday or Sunday and Thursday, like I don't really care. My goal is just like at some point twice a week, and I want to give myself some options, mainly because I'm not sure if I want to vlog when I'm in San Diego. I actually leave tomorrow for that, and then kind of depending on like what type of video that is, I don't know if I want to do a days in my my life, or just do like a sit down current favorites video. So it's really nice because the current favorites actually came from my ideas tab. It's literally so simple as this. You can just like drag and drop. If you hold it, you can drag and drop and then like schedule it out. So that's what I did, and it was so easy. So yes, that's my content plan for the month of June. 3 work to live diaries videos, 1 just normal days in my life, 1 just normal like week in my life, San Diego vlog, possibly a summer day in my life, which I think will be really fun, and then my current favorites and just like a whole sit down video talking about my current favorites. And then actually I even got started on July because I was like, man, I'm on a roll with all my ideas, and I'm gonna do another chatty Q&A session in the beginning of July. That's what you guys can expect from me in terms of content for the next month. This is just really nice because it just keeps me on track, knowing what my plan is and kind of thinking it out month by month. It's just something that really has been working for me, and I hope you guys like it too, because then you kind of know what you can expect. But that's not what I have to show you on Rella. Let me go to campaigns, and yes, I'm gonna have to blur some things out. I just like to keep my earnings private when it comes to like my YouTube channel and my business and everything, and I hope you guys can understand that. One thing about Rella that I never really understood fully, and so I just straight up sent Natalie Barbu, who's the co-founder and creator of Rella, like a question that was like, how do you use tags? Because I was like, I feel like I'm not using them very well. I don't really know. How do you use tags? And she said that they're ultimately like a really flexible feature. You can use them really however you want, however you think you want to use them best, and how they will like best benefit you. And so now that I've been using Rella for over 5 months now, I have all of these campaigns here that I'm like, I don't really like, the name is all weird. I actually have to update some of them still, but like I was like, some of them were called the brand and then what the actual integration is. Some of them were called like the actual brand. Some of them were just called YouTube integration. And I was like, no, I need to organize this better so that I can see this at like a much more holistic view when I want to look at it in summary. Like I felt like it was hard to find things when it came to my campaigns. So I decided to change everything out, and now the title of everything is just the name of the company, and then I use the tags feature to tag what type of earning it is. All of my YouTube sponsorships are 1 tag, and then I have a tag for affiliates because I do track all of my affiliate earnings on Rella as well, and then also just like my general income from my YouTube channel, which would be like Shopify and my YouTube AdSense. Because if you go on YouTube AdSense, for example, the name, YouTube AdSense, general income, and then the scope is every single month that I get paid out, and then I can overall see what my rate is month by month. So it's just overall a lot more organized now that I'm using tags, and that I can make the titles a little bit more consistent. So I really like it. And then if you go to sort and filter, you can choose the payment year. I've really only started using Rella in 2024, but I do have like a couple of things from the end of 2023. So I have the filter set for 2024, and then you can choose sort by. I sort by the end date, and then you can actually filter by tag. This is really nice because as my campaigns have grown throughout the year, I've worked with a bunch of different brands. It's kind of hard to find things. So if I want to see overall like my general income, I can click on the tag, X out, and then I can see, okay, Shopify and my YouTube AdSense, this is what it's looking like for the year of 2024. And I love it. I think it's so nice. Or if I want to look at only my YouTube sponsorships, I can do that as well. And it's just, again, like a lot more organized now, a lot easier for me to see. I can also see who still needs to pay me out. Brands just love to pay way later than the day that your video actually goes live, is what I've found in 2024. And then if I have any gifted collaborations, it's really just like any PR, or that's like when I'll tag brands that I do really like, but I haven't really used the gifted collaborations tag. And then I have like sit downs and vlogs. I'm probably gonna get rid of those, honestly. So I love the tag feature. It makes my campaigns a lot more organized. Again, I just want to show you guys like different ways in which Rella really works for anybody with a small business, anybody who's maybe a social media manager or just a content creator, entrepreneur yourself. Rella is truly so worth the investment. Okay, that's everything with Rella. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Now let's head over to my Notion. Welcome to my Notion. As you guys know, this is a free template that I have available to you guys. I made this myself. It's really simple, really functional, and I'm not someone that like likes to go on Notion every single day. I really only use it on like a monthly basis and a yearly basis. So I have some tabs if you do want to use this more regularly, but I don't really use the content creation tab, and everything else is really just for like check-ins. Let's go to our yearly goals and take a look at how things are looking so far. I did add a couple of things to my yearly goals just because I wanted to showcase that like I am making progress throughout the year for the big goals that will get hopefully checked off at the end of the year. I wanted to have some sort of like progress for next month because then we'll be 6 months into the year. So we have read at least 10 books. I actually have no idea what I'm at right now, but I think I've read almost 5 books this year. which is really good. That's like exactly on track. So at the next monthly plan with me, I'll put in what this number is, but just want to make sure I'm on track and I'm like giving myself the encouragement that I need. Work on Korean every single month. I've been doing so good with Korean, you guys. Let's actually go to my Korean goals because I've checked off a lot in the month of May. Look, it's so good. I actually think if I got a children's book, I might be able to read it because I finally learned sentence structure. I have a separate video where I updated you guys on my Korean learning journey and how I'm able to study for that throughout the work week. Ultimately, I just ended up having to purchase a course. I purchased an online course that I found on Instagram. Her handle is like a Korean, but it's Sungsangnim Inne. I love her so much. She's such a good teacher overall. And even Thomas, who's like fully fluent in Korean, he listens to my lessons just because I want him to listen, because I want him to know what I'm learning. And he thinks that she's a really good Korean teacher. So all that to say, I've learned a lot. I've learned basic Korean grammar. I've learned how to order food in Korean. I've overall like learned just how to like read sentences a lot better than I ever have before. So I feel like I've been making really good progress this month. If you guys want to see like in real time what like me actually trying to speak Korean, I'm not going to do it in this video because this is just a plan with me, but let me know if you want to see it. It's like, you know, it's a little embarrassing to speak a language so poorly, but if you guys want to see it, just let me know. So anyways, back to my yearly goals. We're making really good progress on Korean. Morning routine is good. I've been journaling at least once a quarter, and then at the end of next month, I'll actually be able to check off San Diego because I'm leaving for, I'm literally leaving tomorrow. So I'll be able to check, I'm just gonna check it off. Why not? New rotation recipes. I'm so excited because in May, I actually tried a lot of new recipes, but I feel like I've been doing a good job of like cooking more and trying to enjoy cooking more. I've been meal prepping a lot more and it's been really fun. So 4 running, 5 more races. Again, these are both already planned out. The San Diego half marathon is actually this upcoming weekend. Haven't really trained for it, but that's going to be actually my first half marathon at like a fun party pace. So I'm really excited for that. I think it'll be so good and just like really healing for me. I'm gonna start marathon training in July, so I'll talk about that next time. And then be consistent overall with my exercise throughout the year. I've definitely been on track with that. I've been working out like a lot. Take at least 1 video off a month. I'll check that off next month. And then same with my budget. I've been doing a really good job with my budget and I just love seeing the fact that I've like stuck to it. It's half full now and it looks so good. Launch 1 new JH Collective item. I know you guys are still waiting on Sunday Scaries stuff, but I just like haven't had time. I'll probably do that the second half of the year, but it's on here because I do want to do it this year. I just like, I mean, if you guys have been following along, there was no way I was gonna do any of that in the beginning of the year. I removed overall no overworking in my 9 to 5 just because I don't really feel like I struggle with that anymore. Like I feel like I'm really good about my boundaries with my 9 to 5 job. Like I really don't work overtime if I don't need to. And if I do work over, it's like really no more than 1 hour because no one is paying me to work that hour, you know? So I'm actually really good with that. So I just ended up removing that goal altogether because I don't think it's necessary. And then save $10,000 to a savings fund. I'll update you guys next month on what I've been able to save in the first 6 months of 2024. Okay, pretty quick and simple, but here's how the goals are looking. Now let's go a little bit deeper into our monthly goals. Do you guys like the new banner I made? I made this when I was making the thumbnail of last month's Plan With Me video, but you guys didn't see it in the actual Plan With Me video itself. I made a new banner for the monthly goals and reflections. This is the page that I'm on the most on my Notion template, and I just wanted to refresh it. So, okay, let's go to our archive. And then for May, here's what we were able to accomplish. I think honestly, I should check off this Finnish Korean course because it only got delayed because our Sungsangnim or our teacher got sick. So I would have been done by now, but we still have 1 more week. I've attended every single one of my classes. I've done all of my homeworks. The class has just been honestly so amazing. So I'll check this off for the sake of like, I will be doing it in the next week. It's just not complete as of right now. Determine my next Korean learning steps. I'm probably gonna take another course, but until I start my next course, I'm going to take everything that I learned in my current course and just study it and like really feel like I'm mastering it because at this point I've learned everything, but I really want to know it. You know, there's a difference between learning and knowing. Skipping around, I know. Let's just do financial, maintain my budget, yes. Save $1,000 to my home fund, yes. But I will say it's not from like the income that I made this month. I do always keep just kind of like a safety buffer of money in my checkings account just because you never know. And I try to be really healthy about like not tracking so hard when I'm spending and like sticking within my budget very strictly. But I definitely spent a lot of money this month. So because of that, I didn't want to be able to not save money. So I was just able to use that buffer. It's kind of like an emergency savings, I guess, but like for my checkings. to put it in my savings. I don't know if anybody else does that. Let me know if you do, but I have basically like an emergency checkings. This month, even though I spent a lot of money, I still wanted to be able to save, so I just used some of that buffer to put into the home fund. I don't know if that's like dumb, but I really like it because I never want to feel like I'm running out of money in my checking account because I have a savings account, you know? So I don't know. Anyways, that's what I'm doing there. And then health and fitness, we're just gonna work our way up, get back on track with meal prep and planning. You guys, ever since I got the acrylic board, which all kudos to Abby Weinstein, it has honestly been so nice. I don't use the weekly meal planning page in my Notion anymore because I don't really think I want it to be digital. It's there if you guys want it. But having the meal plan for specifically dinners and then figuring out what to meal prep each week on the acrylic board that's on my fridge, it is so nice because like I pass it every day because it's on my fridge. And so I feel like I actually stick to the plan instead of feeling like it's just on my phone and I have to like pull it up. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm not saying anything groundbreaking, but if anyone needs the push to get an acrylic board for their fridge, it's amazing and it's so worth it. I'm gonna link it in the description box below. I set it up with you guys too in a different vlog, but I love it. I love it so much because I have my meal plan on one side and then on the right side, I have just like some Korean practice learning. Like I think right now I have the numbers up there. Meal prep and planning has been doing really good. And then in terms of meal prepping, this is the first month that I was pretty consistent about meal prepping. It's not for me, it's mainly for Thomas just because he's a third year medical student. As you guys know, he's starting his third year rotations. So he's actually gone like out of the apartment from basically like 6 to 6 most of the time. And he does have to bring lunch. And I just feel like it's a small thing that I could do to help him, like help support him, not feel like he has to go buy lunch or figure out his own plan. I just feel like with all the studying that he does independently and just all of that, I feel like helping with his meal prep is like a small thing that I can do to show my support as his partner. So I've been really enjoying meal prepping and it's been so fun. Another shout out to Abby because she is like the queen of meal prep to me, and she has honestly just been such a huge inspiration to me as I'm trying to like get my life together in these certain ways. So it's been really nice. And yeah, okay, speaking of trying at least one new recipe, I was able to make, I don't think I actually made any of those things, but I did make Abby's sweet potato enchilada hash recipe. It was so good. I literally made it 2 weeks in a row. That's how much I liked it. And then this week I did a honey chili chicken. That was so good too. It's actually in the fridge right now, but it was so easy. Meal prep is so nice as long as you actually get like takeout or something really quick on the day that you're meal prepping. It is so good. And then lastly, maintain my new workout split. Yes, I've been so on my workout grind, you guys. Like I've been so in routine. I think for the month of May, there were 2 weeks where I worked out like 5 times a week, which is like really, really, really rare for me. But I have just such good balance of strength days twice a week, cardio, whether it's running or walking 3 times a week, and I love it. I genuinely love it. It like makes me so happy and it makes me feel so put together. And then lastly, for personal and career, I did read one book. I didn't just read one. You guys should know them if you've been watching the vlogs, but I'll talk about that when I get to the books and media hub, which I'll end with. And then my spring bedding refresh. You guys should watch the vlog too because I got green and stripes and I love it. It's so good. It was expensive, which is I think why I've been putting it off so long, but I honestly think it was really worth it. Okay, I tried to be very efficient going through all of my May goals, but that's how May was. It was overall just such a good month and I'm really proud of myself because I feel like I have a really good sense of like being disciplined but also taking care of myself, and I feel like May was like me at its best. So here's what we have for June. I'm not gonna talk about these too much just because I know I'll talk about them more when we get to the end of June, but I wanna read Just for the Summer, which is the 3rd book in the Abby Jimenez Part of Your World series. Prioritize no phone in bed because I've been so bad about that. And then lastly, for personal and career, more social plans aside from dinner. 2 times in May, I actually did like some social plans where we just went for coffee and went on a walk around Washington, DC. And it was so nice. One was with my friend Hanan and one was with my friend Dom. For Dom, it was actually my first time hanging out with her one-on-one. And I just feel like we don't have to have hanging out with a friend be like purchasing dinner. Like we can save money, use our time in other ways and just go on a walk, because if you're trying to get your steps in like me, getting your steps in and seeing a friend is actually like so nice. So yeah, I want to do more of those in June. Health and fitness, Rock and Roll San Diego half marathon. As you guys know, that's this weekend. And then I want to create my marathon training plan because I am going to be starting that in July. So I really want to spend like the whole month of June being very like intentional about what is realistic for me. My friend Natalie, who's actually a certified personal trainer, she said she would help me make a plan. And then lastly, cook 2 new summer recipes. Korean learning. Study Korean course materials. I already spoke on that, but I have Quizlet, I have sentence practice. I want to be able to tell Thomas like how my day was in a very elementary way every single day. So I'm going to practice that a lot in June. And then sign up for another course. I'm just going to sign up for like a Korean, the next level, because she has multiple levels. She's so good. I just like want to keep taking her classes because they're amazing. And then lastly, for financial, no more than $300 on shopping, and then save $1,000 to my home fund. I'm gonna put right here. As you guys know, I don't share everything for my budget, but I will show you the like breakdown of my spending. Yeah, I spent so much money on shopping. I'm just gonna say it. I spent over $1,000 on shopping this month. That's unacceptable. Granted, all year I've spent like really not a lot on shopping, like less than maybe $300. But for some reason, I just went crazy in May. I bought like new jeans, I bought new shorts. I just wanted to buy things that would fit me better, which is why like I needed to get them, but it was a lot of money. And then on top of that, I bought 2 new running outfits, one for the San Diego half marathon, and then I gifted Rachel hers because we're gonna be matching. And then I got something from Bandit Running because they had a release this summer. And then I got like new running sunglasses. Like I spent a lot of money and I'm not proud of it, but it was a lot. So I wanna be just like, I wanna balance myself out. I'm not gonna like be that mad at myself, but I just wanna balance myself out and spend no more than $300 on shopping in June, please. And then yeah, save $1,000. That's like typical. Okay, that's everything for my goals. Let me know what you guys think. I honestly love making my goals. I feel like I make them very simple and attainable, but still kind of a reach. So let me know what you guys think. Very lastly, for this monthly plan with me, I know I've been speaking way too long. Here's my books and media hub. I'm just gonna go through with it now because I'm in no way like a book content creator, you guys, but I read 3 books in 1 month, and that is like literally the most I've ever read since like high school. But I read Funny Story, Part of Your World, and Yours Truly. The last 2 are by Abby Jimenez, and Funny Story is by Emily Henry. And I don't know, you guys, it took me 2 months to read A Court of Wings and Ruin, and then it took me like a weekend to read Funny Story. And I feel like that just shows I love romance, and especially in the summer, like I just want to read like lighthearted, cute little romance books, and especially like forced proximity, fake dating. I love stories like that. So I'm just gonna keep reading them until I get sick of them, and then I'll read something else. Of the 3, I know that everyone honestly talks about these 3 books, and like Abby Jimenez, Emily Henry, I feel like they're like the most well-known romance writers. Of the 3 books, I think my favorite was Part of Your World. It's so close because I loved them all truly so dearly. Like I gave them like 4.5, 5 stars. Part of Your World, I just thought was so good. I just loved it so much. But then Funny Story. But then Yours Truly, I don't know. There's just some parts of Yours Truly. I feel like miscommunication is a trope that like, obviously I know it's supposed to frustrate the reader. I felt like 60 to 70% of Yours Truly was miscommunication. And I was like, please, 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 please. And then there was something at the end of Yours Truly that I was like, oh my God, seriously, that's like kind of unnecessary. It like happened towards the end. It was still like a favorite. It just wasn't the top. Part of Your World, I have like very, very little to no notes on Part of Your World. And then Funny Story though, actually maybe Funny Story was my favorite. I don't know. I was just hooked. I was like kicking my feet and giggling straight up reading Funny Story. So I don't know. But I think also that's because I was coming out of like A Court of Wings and Ruin, which is like a pretty serious, like war-filled fantasy book. So Funny Story was just like exactly what I needed. It was so lighthearted. I love Miles' main character. I feel like, I actually don't know, I love all of them so much, but that was my like very bad attempt at trying to rank them. So yeah, and then lastly for movies and shows, we haven't watched Abbott Elementary in a while, but Thomas and I should pick that back up. I think we still have like a couple episodes to watch. Thomas and I started watching Lovely Runner, or Sonjeop Tio. Oh my God, it is so good. Thomas and I like are doing everything to not like binge watch it, but we cannot afford to binge watch it. So we're watching it very slowly, but it is so good. I'm obsessed. Pyeonwoo-seok, oh my gosh. If you guys want to watch Korean dramas, it's on Viki, or I don't know what else, but it's definitely on Viki. Okay, and that's everything for this monthly plan with me video. I'm going to stop the screen recording. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had so much fun filming this video. Truthfully, if you watched last month's monthly plan with me, I struggled a lot filming that video. And this month it was very, very smooth. I think it's because I'm already vlogging today, so I feel like I'm speaking just better than usual, but overall May was just like such a good month, and I feel like I was looking forward to talking about it, and I'm looking forward to June. I think the summer will be a good summer. I hope. Let this be your sign to plan out just even a portion of your life next month. You don't have to do all the things that I do. Even if you're just doing like one of the 3 things, even if you just have like a normal planner, it doesn't have to be mine. Let's just try to prepare ourselves a little bit better for the month ahead, to try to treat ourselves better, treat the people we care about better. Let's just make it a good month. Let's start off the summer well. If you guys liked this video, I have all of my other monthly plan with me videos in a playlist. Make sure you guys check out Work to Live Diaries, of course, and I will see you guys in a new video very soon. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. I post new videos twice a week in 2024. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video, but until then, kiss you already.